Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center Outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene and Debbie thank you for another successful year and to wish you and yours a year ahead full of health, faith, and compassion. In addition to our pasture mowing, we also offer fence line spraying for weed control and rototilling for your winter gardens. We are family owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm ready. Powell Gene, Gene at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
My TD Life. Yes, My TD Life. Hi, Trevor DeShaw here, and I will be on WOCA coming Monday, December 21st at 9:05 a.m. to give you ways to take advantage of market gains while avoiding any and all losses to your primary money. Listen in to this Money Monday My TD Life segment at 9:05 right here on WOCA, and check out my website, www.mytdlife.com.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity, and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 Men in a Truck.
I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Christmas in 2020 sure looks different than it has in years past.
I'm Crystal, and it's fair to say this year has been like no other for the healthcare and the whole community.
We want to thank our frontline staff who continue to care for our residents every day.
And thanks to the family members who have been unable to visit for so long.
We wish each and every one of you a blessed holiday season. Merry Christmas from Palm Garden.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Monday morning, a sunny Monday morning here in Ocala, Florida. Let's go out to the phone lines and talk to Dr. Sigrun Hallmeyer, an oncologist based out of Chicago, but talking about something that's very important to us that live here in Florida. As I mentioned, it is a sunny day in Florida today, doctor, a prime day for skin cancer in the sun, because we're outside a lot in Florida with the heat. Even in November and December, we're really, really susceptible to melanoma down here in Florida.
Aren't you? Absolutely true. And I envy my colleagues because they really have a lot of business as a consequence of your year-round sun exposure. It's really funny, as we're doing interviews in the winter to raise sun awareness, many of the northern states may sort of shake their head saying, well, this is not something that applies to me. Obviously, in Florida, you guys are facing a much different scenario where you are very fortunate, the sunshine state, right? You have sun year-round. But you may say, you know what, I escaped Florida and I actually go up north for the winter and I don't have to worry about it. And there would be my big no-no. That's not true, especially if you engage in winter sports and you go up, say, in the Rocky Mountains skiing. Now you're a lot closer to the sun, number one. And number two, you're in areas that are snow-covered. And that means the snow actually acts like a reflector of the UVA and UVB radiation, which cause those skin cancers. And so you actually put yourself in a double whammy. Even if you live in Florida and you think, you know what, I'm going to sort of escape north, you cannot escape the need for sun protection.
I will give you a prime example of a conversation that I heard take place last weekend. One guy was putting sunscreen on at the golf course, and his playing partner was like, why are you putting sunscreen on in December? The Earth's tilted and it's farther away from the sun. You don't have to worry about sunscreen in the winter. And the guy was like, no, the sun is still the sun. And they literally had a discussion back and forth where one guy was having none of it, that he didn't have to use protection in the winter because the Earth is tilted away from the sun. And I'm thinking to myself, that's a guy who's going to get melanoma because he doesn't understand you need to be protected year round.
That is unfortunately very true. Just because of the tilt doesn't mean that we're not at risk, and you may know due to the many changes that have happened over the last 100 or so years, we actually have much thinner of an ozone layer. And so the UVA rays gets to us in a much more efficient way. And that is one of the reasons why melanoma is such starkly rising malignancy. It's the fastest rising human malignancy on the planet. So unfortunately, you're absolutely right, and so is your friend, that there is no safe sun exposure month at all. And December is just as bad as it would have been in May or June or July. So it's definitely absolutely true what you're saying.
Now, I know in its advanced stages, melanoma can be a death sentence. I know that as fact. I've had two friends' fathers who were big-time golfers who both of them, ironically, the first sign was a cancerous spot on their ears. And because they had caught it so late and didn't think anything of it, they both died from melanoma. But it's something that if you catch it early enough, it's very treatable.
You're absolutely right. And it is so devastating, very much like you're describing, because the distance between catching it early and dying from it is measured in a few months. And so my biggest advocacy around it, and that's why I'm so grateful for you to give me the platform to raise awareness, but also ultimately to raise hope around this illness, is early detection. If we can, you and me, right, today here with this interview, raise the awareness that people start looking at their skin, being aware of what's there, and more importantly, being aware of what's changing, that can ultimately save your life. If you have a mole on your body that is becoming darker, that is changing its shape, that's becoming more jagged in its edges, that's starting bleeding or scaling, those are all big red flags that you should bring to your doctor's attention as soon as possible. And look, even if you're diagnosed with a malignant melanoma, that in and of itself is not the death sentence. A lot has changed in the last decades, and we have a lot of very effective treatments available.
Do people sometimes forget that the largest organ they have in the human body is their skin, so it sometimes takes a back seat when they think about health issues?
Yeah, and you know what's worse yet? It's not just people, it's doctors themselves too. There's very few primary care physicians who feel comfortable offering full body skin exams to their patients. So it is an ignorance that unfortunately transcends all around. And so again, I'm so grateful for this platform. If we can motivate one person to change that trajectory, get naked, right? Examine your skin once a month, head to toe, know your skin. Nobody will ever know your skin better than you do, and understand what's changing. That can really make a big difference for you and your future.
I tell you, about 2 weeks ago, I'm looking in the mirror as I'm cleaning up my goatee and everything, and I notice a small dark brown dot near my eye that I'd never seen before. Yeah. I have an appointment with my skin doctor now to go see, and it could be nothing, but I'd rather her tell me it's nothing than to die from it.
Exactly. Exactly, and that's you're bringing up, and I'm so grateful for you sharing your personal story here, because that's really all it is. Find something, bring it to the attention. 9 out of 10 times it'll be nothing, but my God, will you sleep so much better? And if it were to be something, maybe just a small excision and your life is saved. If you sit on it, like you were talking about the 2 gentlemen that you knew, it can take your life, and it's a very, very severe illness when it does so. It's devastating, you know. So I congratulate you on being so diligent with your own skin and bringing it to the attention of your doctor as soon as you can.
Well, I'm a firm believer. I'm one of those that don't think anything could hurt me inside. So I'm a firm believer. The only thing that's ever going to get me probably is melanoma. So I like check constantly because I play a lot of golf. I'm outdoors a lot here in Florida. We have the Sunshine State. Yeah. So the one thing I'm hyper vigilant about is my skin. And
and that's great. I mean, you can't be too vigilant. It's wonderful. I'm so happy for you.
When people, though, they have the skin cancer and they have the surgery to have it removed, are there treatment options that can help prevent skin cancer from coming back?
Yeah, you asked a wonderful question. And I'm here today with Bristol Myers Squibb, you know, one of the big pharmaceutical companies that's really forged a path into the world of immunotherapy. And one of the treatments that is now available is called Opdivo, and that's an immunotherapy that is now available and FDA approved on the market for patients who have undergone resection of their melanoma, but do face the risk of disease recurrence. And by receiving Opdivo, they can reduce their risk of disease recurrence quite significantly. Now, listen, I wish I could have a very detailed discussion about, you know, the benefits of treatment, but we need to have that in balance. And these drugs are not trivial. They can cause very significant, potentially life-threatening side effects and toxicities. And so really, a discussion like that needs to be held with your doctor on a one-on-one situation, because every patient is different, every situation is different. But know that there's a lot of hope and lots of things have changed just in the last decade for this illness.
Talking with Dr. Sigrun Hallmeyer, an oncologist based out of Chicago. Dr. Hallmeyer, if somebody wants to look up what the warning signs of skin cancer may be, or information about how they can look at their skin, where's some places they can go to get more information?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. Melanoma.org. Very easy to remember, the disease.org. Super, very helpful information there. How to examine your own skin, techniques for that, right? How do I look behind my ear and all that good stuff, right? And how to detect it. What does it look like? Pictures are there, all that kind of stuff. It's in layman's term. It's a really good resource, melanoma.org. And if you want to learn more about immunotherapy specifically, go to Opdivo, Opdivo.com, and you'll learn a ton about that treatment as an option.
If you want to leave one lasting thing for people to understand about melanoma, would it be that if it's diagnosed in the early stages, it's very treatable, and if it's in advanced stages, it can be deadly?
Yes, that is the key message here. And the take-home point, know your skin. If we motivate one person to go in front of a mirror now and look what they have and take account of their moles and look again next month and understand if anything is changing and doing it every month from here on forward, boy, do we have a winner.
Dr. Sigrun Hallmeyer, oncologist out of Chicago, taking some time out of her busy day to talk to us about a very important subject, especially here in the Sunshine State, melanoma, how to recognize it and how to get treated for it. Doctor, thank you so much for taking time out today.
Thank you so much for giving me a platform for this important topic. Thank you, thank you. Have a great day and happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you as well. Dr. Sigrun Hallmeyer, talking about melanoma, a very important issue that we as Floridians, because we're in the sun so much, and it is the Sunshine State, and we play golf and we play tennis and we do activities on paddle boards, and we're out on the boats and we're out doing yard work year round. It's not just something that's done a few months a year like up north sometimes. We do it year round. Hey, I want to thank all my guests, Sonda Eunice and all her guests. We'll talk to you same time tomorrow. WOCA 1370 AM, 96.7 FM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source. It's pride.
The Electoral College meets today. The electors will gather in their states and cast votes individually and on paper ballots for president and vice president. The Constitution is clear that electors, not voters,